So ink is a mixture of coloured substances. Which method is used to separate the coloured substances in the ink? So if you remember what we talked about in class, we talked about chrome. Chrome means colour. So it's kind of a hint in the very way these words are said. So the method we use to separate the colours in ink is chromatography. The apparatus shown to separate water from ink. Okay, cold water flows through the condenser. So this here is a condenser, as you can see, and cold water goes round there to help it to condense. It says on figure 6, use the arrows to show where the water should flow in and where the water should flow out. So what we would do here is the cold water goes in. So here we're going to put water in, and then here we have water coming out. Okay. Next question, explain why the condenser is used. So the condenser is to cool the water vapor, and this causes it to condense. So it condenses to form liquid water. The flash was heated with a Bunsen burner. Give the name of an alternative piece of kit. So in class, we normally do this using an electric heater in order to heat it up. Next one, particles in ink can be shown. So here's my particles, and they're helping us do some colour ones. So the particles of colour substances, and we've got particles of water. I think that should possibly have an arrow going to those bits. In the boxes below, draw the diagram of the particles that would be expected at A and B. So let's just go back up and look at my picture, because hopefully, here we go. So here is A. So A is happening in this region, and B is happening in this region here. Okay. So at B, we would expect to have just the water. So here I would have water. And remember, so where's my B? Must B the water? So I'll go back up. Yeah, B is the water. So B is the water. So here we have got my water, and we've got them kind of spaced out, not in regular patterns. And the water particles are clear. So we draw those as clear as well. So you get that kind of idea. And then A is at the beginning. So what we have there at the end is what we'd have there at the end at A is, again, the water vapor. This time, though, they're going to be more spread out because it's going to be a gas state. So we'd probably have something like that, showing that they are more spread out and none of them are touching. And the final little bit is changes of state between three states of matter as shown below. So we've got solid going to liquid. Again, these have got some arrows missing there, so that should be there and that should be there. And we've got the names for the change. These are physical changes. Explain why these changes are called physical changes. So the physical changes because they do or they don't result in a permanent change. They can be reversed. So for example, if I have solid, say ice, and I melt it to liquid, it's still water, it's just changed state, but I can take my liquid and bring my liquid back to form the solid. So they can be reversed in that way.